Hello everyone, I have done a Duggar failed courtship video, a Rodriguez failed courtship video, and now I'm here with the Bringing Up Bates family and their failed courtships. Y'all know I hate a long intro, so let me just kick it off and let's look at the failed courtship of the Bates' eldest child, Zach. He publicly courted a woman named Sarah Reith. She was part of a family of 4 children and they had a bluegrass band. On June 11th of 2011, Kelly first mentioned the Reith family in her now-defunct blog. She said the Reith family had traveled to Tennessee for fellowship and that 22-year-old Zach and 16-year-old Alyssa returned with the Reiths to Missouri to visit their farm. After the farm visit, the 2 siblings caught a ride with the Duggars to reunite with the Bates. I know that's a lot. Reunite with the Bates at the Nashville ATI conference. Days later, on June 25th, 2011, Kelly announced the courtship of Sarah Reith and her son Zach. She shares, quote, Zach headed for Missouri again. While there, he got up the courage to ask Sarah Reith to begin a courtship. She graciously agreed, and we think he couldn't have chosen a sweeter, more godly young lady. The courtship proposal was featured on an episode of 19 Kids and Counting.
Well, while we were visiting the Bates, we found out that Zach, their oldest child, is in a courtship relationship now with Sarah Wright.
They have a family group called Southern Rays, and they play some bluegrass. There's 4 kids, and I really love bluegrass. We have a big bluegrass thing down here, the Appalachian Homecoming, and they came down here for that. I got to know one of their girls, the one that plays banjo, and we just started courting about a few weeks ago. First, I asked her if she would be willing to enter a courtship relationship. I asked her dad, and he gave me permission to. And so we talked for a while, me, and worked out some things. And so I went and got some roses down at the Wally World.
Ready? So cool. She's scared to death.
We bought some cheesecake too. You gotta have cheesecake. It's kind of like our tradition is cheesecake. So I got some cheesecake and some roses, and she was out on the porch. They told her to close her eyes and not open until we said so. So went out there and gave her the roses and asked her. Told her I talked to her dad and asked her if she'd be willing to enter a courtship. Kind of told her that I'd been watching her and I was really impressed with her character, and I thought she was an excellent young lady, and I think she's a beautiful young lady as well. And, so I asked her if she'd be willing to enter a courtship.
I would be honored to.
So much. And she said yes, and I kind of started crying. And I get really emotional about it sometimes, and it's a whole new experience for me. I never really felt anything like it before, but it is kind of special, knowing that this is the only one that I had ever been in a relationship with, and knowing the same thing for her.
I said that I didn't think there was any guy like you in the whole world.
This is her dad talking to us. He kind of told us, he said, ever since he had her as a daughter, he began to pray that the Lord would just, keep her pure and keep her safe, and that he would keep her for the man that the Lord had for her. Her parents and my parents both have been just incredible. During our courtship, we're not going to, be touching each other, things like that. We're just going to, we're going to not, I know a lot of people kiss and stuff when they're dating and stuff. We're not going to do, we decided not going to do that. And that was a decision that both of us talked about and came to as far as all that different stuff. And we felt that's better for both of us.
We've known both of their families for a while, so it's cool to see them, mature and then find each other.
On July 12th, 2012, Kelly acknowledged Zach and Sarah's breakup in a blog post. She says, after prayer, Sarah decided to end the courtship with Zach several months after it began. We have not posted any updates, until now in order to give both Zach and Sarah time to heal. Zach is grateful that he and Sarah hadn't chosen the traditional path of dating since it protected them from wrong goals and further pain. The 3 main goals of their courtship were 1, to maintain purity, 2, to discover if they were the right partners for marriage, and 3, to honor God first and foremost in their relationship. In that sense, their courtship was a success as they achieved each of these goals. Now, we don't really know quite why they broke up, why Sarah decided to end it, but Zach did go on to marry Whitney Perkins on December 13th, 2014. They're expecting their 6th child this May. Sarah went on to marry a man named David Nolan in 2019, and they share 2 daughters. The next failed courtship was actually just a failed courtship that was heavily rumored, never confirmed. There were rumors Lawson courted Jinger Duggar. Now, I already did a failed Duggar courtship video, as I mentioned earlier, so I will insert the clips about Jinger and Lawson here. Now, everyone, girls, I just started using a mic, so please bear with me with my old audio. and Lawson Bates. This was assumed after Lawson Bates, the fourth child of the Bates family, had a public meltdown online on Ginger's wedding day and on the day of her engagement. They were also seen very close at Amy Duggar's wedding in September of 2015. On the day of Ginger's engagement, Lawson made several tweets, including these. He says on June 20th of 2016, "Things aren't always as they seem." He then continues, "Time emoji always tells, ... While Lawson did attend Ginger's wedding and posted a photo with her sister Jessa's son, he made quite a weird tweet. He said, "As long as you're comparing, you'll never be content." And in a now deleted tweet, Lawson also shared, "If you saw me last night and I was out of sorts, sorry, it was quite a day." So of course this could all be a coincidence, but many assume Lawson and Ginger were courting or Lawson had some sort of interest in her at some time. Ginger went on to marry former soccer player turned pastor Jeremy Volo in 2016, and they now have 3 children. Lawson went on to marry former actress Tiffany Espenson on May 12, 2022, and they now share 2 sons. Nathan courted Ashley Sawyer, a girl from a big family living in New York City, specifically the Bronx. Their story together was featured on the family show Bringing Up Bates in 2016.
This is my girlfriend, and we've been together for several months. So Ashley and me decided, we'll do Thanksgiving together. So in like a week and a half, we made like our rounds all over the east and northeast of America.
Ashley's Nathan's girlfriend, and they really enjoy spending time together, but they don't get a lot of opportunity.
I'm about ready to go to lunch. Y'all want to go talk?
Just like a real talk or like really talk?
Well, we got some stuff to talk about.
Okay, well, hold on.
When our children have attractions and noticing the opposite gender, the term has come about as, hey, we need to go have some large talk, but
I want to hear everything.
We had us like a rock quarry, this old rock quarry. We went mudding, we took the razor.
Oh, how fun.
And we had a blast. Another
Oh, I
guy.
bet the boys loved that.
Oh, they had so much
Ashley
fun.
like that?
She did. She
She
loved
Brody
did.
too?
She had never been mudding.
No, she'd never been mudding. And so it was hilarious. We had a great time. Spending a lot of time with Ashley that week before Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving, we really made the most of it. We made the rounds to almost every important relative and friends and stuff this weekend. So we got to spend Thanksgiving with her family too. And we talked about a lot of things. We prayed about it together. And I really feel like this is, the girl to move forward with. And so I talked to her dad and her mom. Her dad feels really comfortable with the whole relationship. And he would be happy for us to move forward and start courting.
Nathan!
After talking to Ashley's father, Nathan planned something special to ask Ashley to be his girlfriend for the show. He shared they had been getting to know each other as friends for 6 months prior. Nathan and Lawson headed out to New York City for the big courtship proposal.
So I'm planning to surprise Ashley in New York City to ask her to start a courtship. And I'm planning to bring a special gift with me. So I thought, what would a girl from New York want? All right, here we are. Let's get some boots.
How y'all doing?
We're doing good, just looking for some cowboy boots. Looking for some like ladies, Western, or like the Ariat brand, something like that, more
awesome.
basic.
Okay, I can show you where those are.
Thank you. Thank you. A lot of people do like some fine jewelry or something like that for a courtship gift. But I want it to be different, a little more casual, yet still funny. And then I said, if Ashley is going to kind of fit into our culture, she needs to get her a pair of cowboy boots because that is part of Tennessee.
You have an idea of what color, Nate, you want?
Brown.
You want brown?
I'll go more basic and brown.
Are you looking for something specific?
No, I'm not really.
We have a really good exchange policy.
Okay.
I mean, you're going to get the brownie points either way because you're buying a boot.
Yeah.
We love
And she don't know
boots.
nothing about cowboys. She's from the
We
Bronx.
have
So
smaller
she hasn't
heels.
worn boots like that before?
No, she
She's from the
hasn't.
Bronx.
Okay.
Do you think boots are a good gift for a courtship?
Boots can be a good courtship gift, but not when you're starting courting with a city girl. Oh, thank you.
And you can read that later. But, and then, this is not a ring. But, I know you like Indian stuff, so we try to get you some, like, feather jewelry. And I love you, and we'd like to start courting, if you're okay with
Of
that.
course I'm okay with that. You know me so well.
I love you. And so,
I love the feathers. Thank you.
I had a wonderful...
In mid-2016, Nathan announced on the show that he and Ashley had broken up.
Me and Ashley always are trying to evaluate where are we at in our relationship. And I guess we both had some questions deep down. Sometimes you wonder, is that just nerves? Because this is getting more serious and you're thinking, hey, we might be getting married within the next year or something like that. And that's a serious thought.
Okay. So, I know y'all didn't want want to just come in. I know you want to talk, and we want y'all to feel like if we can help and talk with y'all at all. Well, just going back in the history a little bit, like obviously when I first met Nathan, I liked what I saw. I liked his enthusiasm when he was talking to people, his social skills, and I liked how he looked, and I wanted to get to know him better. Then after the Philippines, it was very clear that we both thought of each other as more than just friends. But over time, it was clear that there were some opposites in personality, and I think at first, we kind of overlooked it, and although I am confident in Nathan and I love him, these differences have concerned both of us, I think.
I don't want Ashley to change. I love her who she is, but at the same time, we do have concerns. We have sometimes a lot of conflict, and neither one of us are really, sure that God wants us to get married.
We're figuring things out. We don't know 100% what the future is, and right now we're not even sure of what decision to make based on these concerns. We want to act appropriately, and we don't want to just make a decision based on our emotions because it's for life, and we don't want to overlook these concerns, and we want to let you guys know.
I just want to say I am so proud of y'all because it's obviously you're sitting here holding hands. It's obviously that you have feelings for each other, and you're discovering something about relationships that everybody has to discover. There are times that you rub each other the wrong way.
You're being so real. It's hard to do what you're doing. To talk about these things is hard.
Communication to us is probably the most important key.
Sunday night, we talked, and we both talked about it. And there's a lot of things that we both had questions about. Neither one of us have anything about the other one that we look at and don't like. But we had come to the decision. Ashley, she's one of the best girls that I've ever met, and I think the world of her. But we had come to the decision that we were going to separate, and we're still going to be friends and talk as much as we can.
So we kind of like on hold. Is it like?
Well,
is it like a courtship, but it's not a courtship now, and it's
no,
like a.
we talked about that, and because the problem is if you leave something on hold, somebody's hanging, or both of you are waiting on somebody, and that could go on forever.
You're hoping for something that you don't know is going to happen or not.
That's right.
Which can really make it hard emotionally.
Ashley has so many things about her that, I just really love. She's got so much heart and personality, and she's just fun. But at the same time, we're so different, and we've got so many things that, we're learning how to try to match together and work through. And, I just think it becomes difficult and confusing sometimes. Our main goal has been to try to pray about it and find out what God's will is for us. We broke up, and we're going to, we're not breaking up on bad terms. I think the world of her still.
Well,
and I think she feels the same way.
I honestly feel like you said that the Lord had a purpose because you were not hasty in the decision to start courting. Y'all had already liked each other for a long, long, long time.
Now, Nathan is quite the Casanova here because this is not his last situation we're going to talk about. Now, we know Nathan does go on to marry a girl from Pennsylvania named Esther Keys. But during the time of their wedding, an account called SmallOffen123 began posting a lot on the Bates subreddit. The account was posting that Leah Keys gave them permission to share that Nathan had actually kissed Leah first. Now, Leah is the younger sister of Esther. They also made claims that the Keys family was not super on board with the union. After dropping the tea, the user sent a TikTok link from a TikTok by Eric Keys, who is the brother of Esther, of the morning of the wedding shenanigans. Which is totally normal, right? But TikTok does have a feature. When you share a link, everyone who opens the link can see who originally sent the link. I know that's kind of confusing, but hopefully that made sense. The TikTok account that happened to send the link was the same TikTok account linked in Leah's Instagram bio. So confirmed Leah's account had sent the link. So either this means the Reddit user is in fact Leah Keys, Esther's sister, or Leah Keys sent the link to this person and they copied and pasted it into Reddit. Guys, I'm hoping that makes sense. But what this means is, regardless, Leah is messy as hell, and she is claiming that Nathan had kissed her and was interested in her first before Esther. Now, if she's telling the truth on that, that could be another story. The user on Reddit was told that we could all see that Leah sent the link, and the user went ahead and deleted their entire account, which low-key makes me kind of feel like perhaps it was Leah's account, but who knows. Now, Leah never went on to fully address her actions. Also, please note that she was fully married at this time, and she also did not attend Esther and Nathan's wedding. Quite frankly, that was one of the juiciest days in Bates Reddit history. Honestly, that was a fun day. So, of course, Nathan goes on to marry Leah's sister Esther on October 22nd of 2021. They have 2 children together. Ashley the ex before, did attend their wedding, but the sister, Leah, did not. Leah married a military man in 2020 before this Reddit information started, but the marriage did not last long, and she's seemingly single now. Addallee is married to a man named Eric Hoover, and they got married in 2020 and now share 3 children. Let's not waste any time and move on to Trace. Trace courted a girl named Chaney from early 2019 to early 2020. The pair met while both of their families were on ski trips in Colorado in January of 2019. 4 months later, they began publicly appearing together in photos. They officially announced their courtship in September of 2019.
No, it's not. It's nothing. It's just simple families just hanging out.
Trace has had this history of being the shy one, the quiet one of the family. I guess I never would have dreamed that he would be the next guy in the family to come along and to, start this friendship. Trace and Chaney kept communicating with one another, and the next thing we know, Trace was asking permission to bring her to our big Valentine's Day party.
It's been a while since there's been a new girl around here, so.
I heard that. It's a lot of pressure. I guess this is the next step, is for the 2 families to meet. That's a good, positive sign.
That's a matchmaker's
dream. We are moving forward.
Oh, they're here, guys.
Hey!
Trace,
Chaney?
you doing okay?
Oh, you're fine.
Good to
It's good to see you. Good to see you.
It was a lot cold the last time we were
I
here.
need to see you in a cold setting with
Yeah,
all
with a big
the
all your gear on.
Why don't we go to the shade? Everyone, let's go to the shade.
What's up, Texas? How much? Did you miss me?
I missed you.
Oh, okay, thanks, Trace.
Get to work now. Come on inside a little bit. I want to hear about that Texas trip. I know we want to. Yeah. All right. Come on in a minute. Hey, Bradley. Me and my parents are headed to Texas to hang out with Chaney's family and just hang out for the weekend. She thinks that we're just coming to hang out and get to know each other more, but really, I'm about to ask her if she'll be my girlfriend. I've been to her families a lot, and we have been talking for almost 9 months. We've talked every single day. We've only missed one day out of 9 months.
So that's why this
I want to know
Texas
this. What do you
trip
think
is
she'll say? Well, I sure hope she says yes. But
She's
since
gonna
you caught
say
me in here,
yes.
I need some advice, because it is coming soon. I know y'all had to go through this, too, so.
Zach is the only boy in our family that's actually gotten married. So I think it's a natural for Trace to go seek out Zach's counsel when it deals with relationships.
I want to know how y'all's went. Like, what did he say?
Okay,
Like,
so
how long did it last? Like, what did y'all say?
He got me out on this bridge. He told me all this sweet stuff, and then he got his little necklace out. Are you giving her a
I have a
gift?
little necklace. I do. I have a bracelet.
And he actually put it on me, so put a bracelet on her.
Okay.
And he asked me if we could start courting.
Yeah.
And then
Cause she.
we got a good hug in there. That was,
That was
really
Take your time on your okay? I'm just trying to make it still sweet, but like all my other siblings, they've been all big.
I like the sentimental stuff like that.
Okay.
Super simple, but very
Chill. But now, knowing what I'm going for, it's a little bit more difficult. Oh, I'm nervous.
You're already nervous?
I'm always nervous seeing her. I'm trying to play it cool just as another trip, but hey, my parents are coming along. It's not just another trip.
Oh, it's Miss K.
We were wondering, we were betting
We're guessing who's
who's
gonna
going
be.
first, if it was going to be you or Chaney or something.
This is the place to be right here.
The Kell family are one of those families like you meet them and you feel like you've known them forever. So when we first met at a ski resort, you couldn't stop us from talking from morning till night every day that we were there. So I'm kind of looking forward just to spend time with the family. I've kind of fallen in love with them.
Now, in February of 2020, Trace announced their breakup on social media. He said Chaney felt they were not ready to move forward and had ended the relationship. The breakup might also have to do with Chaney not wanting to leave her family in Texas to start a life with Trace in Tennessee, or it could be that Trace was dragging his feet quite a bit throughout the entire relationship and taking things very slow. Anyway, Trace went on to marry Lydia Remike on October 1st, 2022. They now share 2 children. Chaney married a man named Benjamin Tebby in 2024. So next in birth order is Carlin. There were rumors that Carlin courted Joe Duggar while he was living in Tennessee. Again, I already made a failed Duggar courtship video, so I will insert my clips about Carlin and Joe here because I am lazy. Meet Joe Duggar. He was born in early 1995 and was the 7th child of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar. He married Kendra Caldwell of Arkansas in 2017, and they have since welcomed 4 children. He is a licensed real estate agent, but it's not known of his current occupation. He left public life following his eldest brother's arrest. From his family's TV show, he was often portrayed as a quiet, go-with-the-flow type of guy. Now meet Carlin Bates Stewart. She was born in mid-1998 and was the 9th child of Gail and Kelly Jo Bates. She started dating Evan Stewart in 2016 and married him in 2019, and they've since welcomed 2 children. She is a content creator and vlogger and also co-owns a seemingly successful boutique alongside her sister-in-law Whitney. From both her family's TV show and her own family vlogs, she's portrayed as bubbly, extroverted, sentimental, opinionated, among other things. They're both married to other people now, but at one point there was some speculation that Carlin and Joe were in a courtship or at least a pre-courtship. Here's a few reasons why fans and snarkers alike speculate on this potential relationship. Let's go back in Fundy history. In January of 2015, Joe Duggar actually moved into the Bates home in Tennessee to attend the nearby Crown College. He graduated at the end of 2015. During this time, Joe was around 20 years old and Carlin was around 17, which are pretty common ages for pre-courtship in each family. During Christmas of 2015, in fact, cousin Amy Duggar posted a photo from the Duggar Big House living room. You could see Carlin and Joe sitting very close together in the background. Considering how strict Joe and Kendra, his now wife's, physical boundaries were during courting, I doubt he'd sit so close to a young lady he wasn't courting or pre-courting with.
And I would say when you're engaged, you almost need more chaperones just because you're getting closer, the desires are getting stronger, and I think it's definitely wise to just have a chaperone with you all the time.
Are you comfortable putting your left hand there on Kendra around her waist? And then if...
Do you think that's...
I think so.
Okay.
You guys tell me, whatever you guys are comfortable. Are you not so sure? Let's not do it then.
Lauren.
Here are a few other pictures from 2015 with Joe's time in Tennessee. He seemed to rarely be far from Carlin Bates. Now let's fast forward to March of 2020. Carlin actually admitted in a YouTube video explaining how she met her husband Evan that she did have one relationship before her husband.
He was a pastor. If we were ever in Gatlinburg, we'd visit them or something. We'd see them every once in a while.
Yeah, and all of those times, pretty much, I think it was like 2 or 3 times, I was actually out of town every time they came to visit.
Yeah, mission trips.
And
stuff
I
like
was
that.
also in a relationship prior. I was like not interested in him.
Yeah.
Like, because
And
I
at this
already
point,
dating
she was still a
someone.
little bit younger than me.
Yeah.
And at that age, I wasn't really thinking about that either.
Also, funny story. Actually, someone even tried to set him up with my sister for a while because I was already like talking
That's
to
a true
someone.
story.
Yeah, and that's hilarious. Like we look back and we laugh.
Carlin went on to marry Evan Stewart on May 25th, 2019, and they recently welcomed their 3rd child. Joe went on to marry Kendra Caldwell in 2017, and they now share 4 children. Next up is Warden Bates. Warden courted a Florida girl named Taylor Maples. In November of 2023, Taylor's mother posted couples pictures of the two during the Thanksgiving season. In January of 2024, Taylor's sister shared she was thankful to be a part of Warden and Taylor's courtship proposal. Only a few weeks after, Warden deleted all posts about Taylor from his page. There was never a statement of what happened here. Warden and Taylor are both seemingly single to this day. Now, Warden Bates was also accused of sexting multiple girls by an alleged ex on Reddit. With the rise of convincing AI, I'm pretty skeptical of this post, but you can look it up and decide for yourself. If you look up, quote, Warden Bates hoe, it should come up. Last alleged courtship is Addallee Bates. She seemingly was seeing Grant Pauly, who was a local Crown College student from West Virginia. Grant is the son of Scott Pauly, a popular evangelist. Michael and Aaron are both pretty big fangirls of this evangelist. Regardless, in April of 2025, Grant posted a photo with his arm around Addie. Addie is one of the more modest of the young Bates girls, so this led many to believe these two were courting. Scott Pauly also posted photos of Addie having dinner with the extended Pauly family. In May of 2025, Grant and Addie unfollowed each other, and Grant deleted his photos of Addie. Addallee and Grant are still seemingly single to this day. All right, y'all, that's all I have for the Bates failed courtships. I'll see y'all next week.
Just it's really fake and gay, and I am actually an expert on all matters that are fake and gay.